Have you guys heard of the West Bank settler whose name is literally Vile Shlomo? I'm not kidding you. It's not like he's not just a West Bank settler. He's a guy he's like a pro West Bank settlement influencer whose name is it's actually Shlomo Vile. But I mean, I don't see how that's any less funny than the original. Because, you know, Shlomo is a first name in the end, isn't it? Or is it I think it's a first name. He was interviewed for a documentary and like the title card was Shlomo Vile and it got swapped around to Vile Shlomo. But I mean, I don't really see how there's any difference between those two. It's the same. It's absolutely unbelievable that this is a real name of a West Bank settler. Like, his name is Vile. Is that even a Hebrew name? Is that a real name? I've never seen anyone named Vile before except this guy. I mean, no, his name literally in Hebrew means villain, wicked, vile person. No way. That's insane. That's actually his real name. It means the same thing in Hebrew. I thought it would have meant something else. It means the same thing. And I don't think his parents named him. He's American. You have to understand. People in the USA, like Jews in the USA, they're not fucking named Shlomo Vile, okay? This isn't like an American Jewish name. Like he moved to the West Bank from the USA in 2010. This guy just writes the most disgusting terrorist propaganda. So this is his self-written biography. He was from Kansas City and worked in Boston. That's unbelievable. His name is actually Vile. He refers to his family as the Viles. In 2010, the Viles made Aliyah to Israel with their 4 children. They have established their home in Bat Ayin, Israel's Judean hills, which is their name for the West Bank. So this guy, I'm like 90% sure he changed his name to sound more indigenous. This is what Israelis do. First, their name is like, I don't know, Blake Goldstein or some shit, or possibly not even like a remotely Jewish sounding last name, like an obviously European name. And they move to Israel and suddenly their name is like Nimrod Shlomo or some shit, like some ridiculous stereotypical shit that they got out of like a parody or the Bible or something to try and sound more indigenous. It's like Benjamin Netanyahu is a great example. That's not his that's not his family's name. They changed their name. Sorry, his dad is the one who changed his name. His dad's name was Ben Zion Milekowski, which, you know, is very obviously Polish. That's the most Polish name I've ever seen in my life. Like, Jesus Christ, could you be more Polish than that? And he changed his name to Netanyahu to sound more indigenous after he moved to Israel. And this is just a trend. It's like, imagine a bunch of people who decide that because 2,000 years ago, they think they had an ancestor from the Roman Empire. This gives them the right to make Aliyah to Rome and do settler colonialism there. And they all rename themselves to like what's like a stereotypical Roman name, like Maximus, Aurelius, Caesar, Jeff, or something like that. They just add us to the end of words. That is what these people do. And I'm 90% sure that fucking Shlomo Vile did that, because there's no fucking way an American Jewish guy is named Shlomo Vile. I don't believe that. You should not believe that. I don't buy it one bit. So like, I think he chose the name Vile. There's no way. But this guy, like, he got made fun of because obviously, like, the West Bank settlers are the scum of the earth. Everyone knows that. And he wrote, like, an article about how being turned into a meme because he's fucking named Shlomo Vile and he lives in the West Bank. Like, that's like a fucking Nazi being named, like, Aryan Baby Killer. And like, you interview a fucking Nazi, like, frontier settler in Poland named, like, Aryan Baby Killer. Could you be, like, any more ridiculous? He has to have done this intentionally. He's like complaining in this article about his experience as a poor marginalized West Bank settler. The world of media is full of negativity about Jewish settlers in the West Bank. The screenshot is from a Twitter post that changed the order of my names to assent how vile it is for me to be living there. I mean, your name did that already. Whether it's Vile Shlomo or Shlomo Vile, I think it's already fucking clear that you are vile. This negativity is painful, not just because it vilifies my personal life experience, most of all because it scares other Jews away from coming and experiencing the richness of living as a Jew in our homeland. Good. And it's so fucking funny. He's like, oh, I'm a victim here. This vilifies my own personal lived experience. Your personal lived experience is a fucking genocidal settler colonist dirtbag. Obviously, it should be vilified. Vile Shlomo Vile. And like, he ended it by being like, to that end, I am sharing free experiential portraits of my life in the Jewish village of Bat Ayin. Like, wanky articles that he wrote about like how spiritual and awesome and like racially pure it is for him to live in the West Bank, which I'm not going to click. And I guarantee you no one has ever clicked them. It's like a fucking Nazi writing about the glory of like living in the hills of fucking Ukraine and how great it is to be given a farm on the Black Earth. Like, give me a fucking break. Shlomo fucking Vile. Oh, my lived experience as a poor, marginalized fucking Israeli settler who moved from the USA voluntarily and changed my name to Shlomo Vile. Could they victimize themselves anymore? Anyway, I don't wish Shlomo Vile all the best. In fact, I wish him all the worst.